Yesterday, I went to the rehab center to see Tandra's dad, Monroe. And Monroe and I have such a great relationship, friendship, because I've assisted him on some of the work with his property. And he always greets me, "Hey, baby! Hey, baby!" Every time he sees me, grabs, and always give me a hug. So when I walked into the rehab room yesterday, I said, "Hey, Monroe." And he just looked at me. Tandra said hi to him, and he spoke to Tandra. And so I went over to him. I said, "How you doing?" And he looked at me, and he said nothing, and he turned to look a different way, over to where the TV was. So I went and sat down, and the chair just happens to be where the TV was. And I said, "You okay, Monroe?" And then he turned his head and looked another way, and he was communicating with Tandra. So I said, I wonder what's going on. And why is he upset with me, or why is he mad at me? So he was having some pain, severe pain. So they came in and gave him some medicine, and the medicine makes him sleepy. So as he was going to sleep, or turning over to rest, I saw, I felt these angels come in. And I said, and I'm talking now to his spirit, but not with my mouth, spirit to spirit. And I said, it's okay. I know that this is a very scary time to transition and go home, and it could be very scary. But it's okay. You're going to have all kinds of beautiful angels with you during this time, and you're going to be fine. So don't be scared. And then as soon as I said that, I saw Tandra's mom, who passed away, come into the room. And she sat down on the bed, and she was like holding, rubbing his legs. And then she ended up laying behind him and rubbing his head. And I said to him, "See, your wife is here." I called her by name. I said, "She's here, and she's here to help you. Isn't it beautiful that she would be here with you today? So it's okay. You don't have to be scared." And then a few minutes later, I'm just looking at him, and I'm saying to his angels, "Can all the angels come in? Can all the angels come in?" And then he jumped up out of his sleep. Well, before he jumped up out of his sleep, he was saying his wife's name. And I said, "Oh, that's so beautiful," because I could see her rubbing his head, and then he was saying her name. And then he jumped up and said, "I'm gone." And Tom just jumped up, and I said, we walked outside the room so he wouldn't hear. And she said, "I heard him say, 'I'm gone.'" I said, "It's okay. He's just making his transition, and it's scary because he can feel himself leaving. He can feel like he's getting ready to be gone, and it can be scary. So no worries. It'll be okay. He'll be okay." So we went back into the room, and I began to talk to him again, spirit to spirit, and I said, "It's okay. This is not as bad as everyone says it is. This is just a part of a new birth. So you'll be fine." I said, "Why are you mad at me? Are you mad at me?" And then I heard the spirit say, "Because today you represent death. You don't represent life." And he's scared of this process called death. So he can't acknowledge you right now because he's looking at your soul. He's not looking at you, the person who comes over to his house all the time. He's looking at your spirit. He's looking at your soul. And he knows you're here to help him make his transition. And he's scared. And I went, I get it. I get it. I get it. Sometimes we only think of ourselves as life, me included. I learned a lesson yesterday that I am both life and death. We all are, both life and death. We are here to assist people in the living, and we are here to assist people in the afterlife, after the physical flesh leaves. And it was such an amazing experience to be taught that. And that's what he taught me. And it also was an amazing experience to see the beautiful angels come in, to see his wife come in and assist him and rub his head and him call her name during this time. It was such a beautiful experience. And so in my daily journal, I had to put this. I'm doing video journals of my experiences. And this had to go in there. It was an amazing experience.